Well, first of all, let me say that this deviation, this distinction between what we should do and what we can do is not always that definitive in the following sense. I think that for Europe or for any strategic decision that you want to take, it's very important to share the vocabulary. It's very important to share the north and the compass. And in this regard, the fact that my good friend Enrico Letta and Mario Draghi shaped those reports and defined the deliverables, and we agreed upon the deliverables, is quite important by itself, because this means that you will have convergence upon those deliverables. Now, the question is by when, how quickly, and how optimally, because you can always version the deliverables. I'm optimistic in the sense that even if you take the core elements of policy that we need to have results by the end of this year, be that the Savings and Investment Union or be that energy, we already see movement on the ground. On the Savings and Investment Union, you see movement in terms of securitization, in terms of the supplementary pensions package, where the Council will define its position quite soon, and in what, in my view, is the core element, we're seeing discussions progress, the market integration and supervisions package. We have already been discussing this at the level of the ECOFIN significantly and at the Eurogroup, and I believe that it is the ambition of the Irish presidency to deliver that result as well quite quickly. If we take energy as a core policy area where we need to see significant progress, I would mention an IMF report which states that the impact of the crisis in the Middle East is 12% less of what it would have been had we not taken requisite energy measures in Europe in terms of investment. This means that we have done certain things post-2022. Also, the perimeter of the measures that we're now taking, the short-run measures, also fit our long-run ambition. If you look at the escape clause, the expansion of the escape clause that we have on defense now includes energy investments as well, per the proposal of the Commission. So we understand that energy is another area where we need to define and create a common energy union. Of course, we need to do much more. We need more investment in grids, we need more investment in storage, we need more investment in interconnectors. We don't yet have a singular energy market in Europe. We don't yet have an energy union. This is also a core deliverable. And third and final point, the digital euro will be a reality by 2029, because we already had a positive vote at the level of the Econ Committee of the European Parliament. We will have a vote in the Parliament this summer as well. And then we'll have a pilot project and a deliverable in terms of the digital euro quite soon. So movement is taking place. Of course, we need to do much more, and on many fronts. I made a proposal myself last week with regards to centralizing the auctions of spectrum across the 27 member states of the European Union. I had the chance to share this with my good friend Enrico Letta and with Mario Draghi and with my colleagues at the European Council. The idea was the following, that even though we have two European champions in terms of infrastructure in telecommunications, unlike other areas, we sit at the technology frontier in terms of 5G infrastructure and hopefully at 6G infrastructure. We still have a very fragmented market in terms of telecommunications. So as we're looking for new own resources for the MFF, perhaps we can think in more ambitious terms by centralizing the auctions and then using also the EIB to leverage a part of that amount, thus generating more funds, thus not rendering the MFF negotiations and the MFF discussions a zero-sum game, but rather trying to render them a positive-sum game, a more competitiveness-prone discussion, which is what we should be doing in order to be more ambitious. So I'm overall optimistic. It's not a yes or no question. It's not a black and white discussion. It's a question of how much progress we can make and how much distance we can cover on the field. And right now, I see that the political conditions are there. The negative externalities are also there, which are pushing us to deliver the results. But I'm quite optimistic that we will manage to deliver very important and very significant things quite soon. The political will is there.